Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here with another journal. This one is a little bit different than a lot of the ones I have made recently. This is more back to my old style, just using scrapbooking paper. This one was made with papers that somebody else had picked out. She wanted to make a journal and then it didn't work out. She moved away. But I still wanted to complete it because I had all the papers folded and ready to go. And so it's not actually even my style of journal. This one will be for sale. It'll be $10 shipped, so nothing unreasonable. I just wanted to get the papers that I had ready for the journals, for this journal, used up. And so I used a pile of stash up in it. And yeah, like I said, it's not my usual style. It's nothing fancy on the outside, so you can do whatever you want with the cover. It's pamphlet stitched, and then I just used an envelope. It's larger than most of my journals because it is scrapbooking paper. The inside is just the envelope. So I have lots of like ephemera clusters in here that I've made up. But other than that, it's very plain. There's no coffee dyeing, so it would work with pictures or whatever you want. And then I also used up a bunch of tags and things that I've had made or gifted. This is from a swap. Another one of my clusters. I love making clusters. This is some crayon. I did this with watercolor crayons that I bought from the dollar store. They work super well. They are actually, I don't know, they're equally as good as anything else I've ever tried. So the only thing is the colors are a little bit, I guess they're primary, but not necessarily true primary colors. So they're a little bit off, but it is still super fun. Just a tuck spot, an envelope, with a stamp I've made, holding it down. Oh, and you can tuck something behind here. This is one of my digitals. Not really digital, just something I printed. It's my own stuff. I don't actually do digitals. Like I just scan stuff on the printer and then print it off. A jelly print that I covered in an envelope in with the pocket, and then this tag was gifted to me, and this is just cardstock tag. This book would be good, like a bright and colorful book for, I know summer just passed, but for summer pictures and stuff, something bright and colorful. Or a birthday party. Just a piece of ephemera in the corner. Or to document, I don't know, like things with your kids. This is just made out of wallpaper. My little owl die cut. I love this die. It's made from wallpaper as well. Somebody gifted this to me as well. They had already stamped it and colored it. I just blended it out with some baby oil just to make it look a little bit, the coloring look a little bit smoother. And I really liked how that turned out. Just because pencil crayon, depending how you do it, isn't have a totally smooth finish. And it's not, perfectly blended or anything, but yeah, it just made it look a little bit more finished. I don't have those stamps. I think, well, I have one. A little cluster embellishment in the corner. Frog stamp that somebody gave me. This is a tuck spot. This is just a stamp I colored. Another tuck spot with some ephemera. Yeah, one day I had sat down and I showed these, not all of them, and made piles of clusters because I had done a pile of die cutting. I love to die cut things and stamp things out, but then I don't tend to use them. So one day I sat down and did a whole bunch of clusters, and then I didn't tend to use the clusters. So this journal has some clusters in it. I made this forever ago as well. Just flips over. It's not a tuck spot, and then I just added another cluster on the back of it. Another tag. That's one thing I find now with digital. I don't use my scrapbooking paper as... I use a lot of scrapbooking paper, but I don't use it as base paper in my journals. And so I did this with my Cricut. This is just layered scraps, then die cut. I don't use my scrapbooking paper like I used to before digitals. And so I don't know where I was going with that, sorry. Another cluster. I also really like this triangle die. I don't know why, I just like triangles. And watermelon. This actually, like I said, would make a really fun summer journal, and if COVID hadn't hit this summer, which I know it hit everywhere, we have 2 real big fairs, one in my city and one in the city over. And yeah, this journal would have been perfect for journaling those events, but of course they were canceled this year. And I don't really need another journal, so hopefully this one sells. This is just a stamp and another cluster. I also really like cactus. An envelope. Another pocket and another cluster. One thing is, when I die cut, I use almost all scrapbooking paper. I don't tend to die cut as much with my digital paper, but I use tons of scrapbooking paper scraps. So that's another reason that I really like to die cut, is it uses up a bunch of scraps. And then this is obviously the back of the journal. So like I said, $10 plus shipping. Let me know if you're interested in the comments below, and of course any questions or comments you can also leave them below. Thank you so much for watching. I am happy that my YouTube numbers have finally started to go up a little bit. Nothing tremendous, but I mean, it's better than getting like 17 views on a video. So thank you so much for everybody that has been watching my videos and watching them to the end. I really appreciate that.